Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome to our live.perigirls.com tonight. We have, if you see, we have on our cute little party hats tonight, and we're going to be saying happy birthday to Joanne Pham. She is our founder. She's our fearless leader for the Perry Girls, and it's her birthday today, and we have been celebrating her birthday all day long, and we're going to continue, but just for a moment, and then we're going to get on to our topic, which is going to be keeping a positive mindset in a chaotic world. And we have three life coaches with us tonight, and we have Michelle Garrett, and we have Sophia Antoine, and we also have Coach Mo, otherwise known as Maureen Messersmith. Well, it's actually Maureen Messersmith, and we call her Coach Mo, but in my heart, she's always Coach Mo. So I'm going to let each one of the coaches come on, say hi to you really quick so you can see them in their cute little party hats. Michelle, go ahead and say hi.
Hi, everyone. Happy birthday, Joanne. So excited to be celebrating with you and a part of this panel tonight. Great to culminate and celebrate the Perry Girls.
Go ahead, Sophia.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sophia Antoine. Happy birthday, Joanne. It was such a pleasure to celebrate with you today. I'm so glad that I was here for this. Perry Girls rock.
Perry Girls does rock. Coach Mo, are you here? Once you get in here, we're going to let Coach Mo come on in and say hi to everyone. Let me first just tell you a little bit about Michelle Garrett. Michelle Garrett, she founded a community for women, Divas with a Purpose. And with that, I'm going to let her finish sharing about it because I think it comes more from the heart when the coach actually tells you what it's all about. So go ahead, Michelle, and introduce yourself from there.
Awesome. Thank you. So I founded Divas with a Purpose, and it's a community of women, and we are just committed to uplifting and supporting others. We believe that a diva is someone that is driven, inspiring, victorious, and called to action. And we just stress the importance of positivity in our personal and professional lives with the words that we speak, of course, our thoughts, and then the actions that we have within our daily walk.
Absolutely. That is excellent. And next, we're going to have Sophia Anton. And Sophia, she is a life and relationship coach, and I'm going to let her continue with that.
Thank you so much, Teresa. Well, as Teresa said, I'm a life and relationship coach, and what that means is that I enable women to work through their past emotional pain, because so many of us have gone through so many trials and tribulations in life, and we continue to tell people who ask how we are, we tell them that we're fine. And we wear a mask all day long, and then we come home and we cry. So what I do is help women to work through that, because I want them to have a peaceful present and a fruitful future.
That is lovely. Thank you so much. I'm taking my party hat off just for a moment, ladies. You're welcome to keep yours on if you want. Totally up to you. Mine was sliding off just a little bit. Okay, so I have a few questions for you. If you, in your practice and in your wisdom, I chose you all as guests because you have such wisdom, and I've seen you share this wisdom with other ladies in the Heart Tribes group and on your Instagram feeds and just in your daily lives and how you carry yourself. So I would love for you to impart some tips for some Wednesday wisdom of how to challenge those negative mindsets when we are caught up in a world that is very chaotic around us. So if you can just give us a couple of tips, y'all just kind of go back and forth and share those tips, that would be great.
Okay, I'll start. I think one of the key things to be mindful of when there's a lot of chaos going on around you is, as hard as it can be, is to not get caught up in it. Mm-hmm. Find ways to remove yourself. Those of us, especially within the Heart Tribes community, we are big on social media. So we're on Facebook, we're on Periscope, we're on Twitter, Instagram. But when there's a lot of chaos that's going around you, you sometimes just have to shut it off. You have to just remove yourself and really focus on self-care to kind of make sure that you're not getting caught up into it and you're not letting your emotions overtake you. And a lot of times, of course, when we're reading those things and we're taking it in on such a constant basis, it will bring us down. So I think one of my first tips and the number one thing for me to do is to remove myself from what is causing that chaos.
Right, and I certainly agree. And with that, I would also say when you're choosing your friends, you choose wisely because you have to surround yourself with positive people. That's a very important choice. Like, I associated myself with the Perry Girls because I knew it was a safe environment. Where other groups, they just didn't have that for me. I never heard a single complaint when I was on the outside looking in, nor from within the Perry Girls.
I agree. That's really important. It's just having that community. And that kind of ties into one of my points as well, is just having that community of positive and uplifting women around. Well, for me, because it's a community of women. So, of course, whoever you surround yourself with. But having that community of positive and uplifting people around you that are going to continue to spread positivity. And they're not focused on the negative things, because when you bring that negativity into yourself, into your space, then it's going to multiply. But if you're just immersing yourself with positive thoughts, with positive inspirational moments, with just it's like you're kind of like just overindulging in positivity, it's going to spill even when you don't feel like it. And that's one of the things, is that even when you don't feel that positivity, the more you're able, and I think it's when I'm having chaotic times, is when I crave that positivity even more. And I have to say I'm thankful to Heart Tribes, because this has been a very, very trying week for me just personally. But because of the women in Heart Tribes and because of the women in Perry Girls, they have just showered me with positive inspiration, prayers and thoughts, and just uplifting moments. You can't be negative. It's like it just goes over into you. So that's a very, very great point. Hey, Coach Mo.
I made it in. I can't believe it.
Yay! So Coach Mo has joined us, and Coach Mo is a wellness coach, and she has a passion to help women between 40 to 65 go with that. Go from where I stopped off, Coach Mo, and continue and let the audience know more about you.
Well, hello. I'm excited that I made it on here. This is my first time trying this. So I'm really passionate about women being healthy because they want to run their businesses. And if their health has to be first, they have to really take care of themselves and nurture themselves, and really, they have to put themselves first, which is really hard for women to do. And as I've gotten a little bit older the past couple years, I've noticed there's a transition that some women go through. And I really, really want to work with women to get on track, in that time frame of life. There's so much going on with everybody. So I just want them to be healthy, because there's so much that they want to do and give, and I want to get them on track.
So Coach Mo, Coach Sophia and Michelle were sharing, the question was, how do you keep a positive mindset, or how do you give tips when you find yourself in a negative mindset, whenever there's a lot of chaos going around you? How do you challenge that into more of a positive environment mindset? So do you have any tips that you want to add on to what they were just saying?
Yeah, I did. I'll have to watch the replay. I didn't get to hear what you ladies said, but I'm sure it was really good. I have to speak positive. If someone comes at me with negative, or something really bad's going on around me that I have no control over, I have to just stop, take a breath, and then say something positive back. Because most people want to just grasp onto that negative and grasp onto that mean, angry energy. And until somebody stops it just keeps going, So I like to give a different way for them to look at it, and then that helps me at the same time. So speak positive, speak kindness, speak blessings.
Those are beautiful, beautiful tips. I'm going to read, Evie has typed in a comment, and one of you were talking about a transition, and she said, what transition? So does anyone want to comment on that? And then maybe she was just kidding, because then she puts kidding there at the bottom of it. So and I just
We know what transition she's talking about.
I know. Oh, Evie. Thank you, Evie. I love when Evie's viewing it and giving lots of feedback. Okay, so ladies, so continue this on just a little. Menopause, she says. Oh my goodness, she said it. She said the M word. Okay, so with that, we're going to go ahead and if you will look over in your little Google effects, your little yellow box to your left, Coach Mo, you might can find you some little cute little hats that you can put on. So everybody gets to wear a crown if you're if you want to. See, there you go. So Coach Sophia has her crown on. Okay, it is hot in here. Yes, it is. Okay, now here's another question for you. You're positive, but everyone else around you is negative. How do you maintain that? Go with it, Michelle.
I can actually speak on this from a personal perspective. I was in a work environment where it was just a very negative environment. I went into work and it was like as soon as you walked in the door, everyone was just bombarding you with this like, oh my goodness, how did you start your day? You haven't even been awake for more than 2 hours. How are you so negative? And I'll be honest, it's hard. It is really hard to sometimes just really rise above that. But if you know going into that situation, because I think the type of situation that you're speaking of, it's something that you're around on a regular basis. Again, if you're able to remove yourself from it, remove yourself from it. I know within a working environment, it's difficult. Within that work environment, I had to tell them, look, I'm here for one thing only, and it's to work. Do not bring the negativity to me. I don't want to. If you have nothing positive to say, and it's best for you not to speak to them. And it's kind of harsh. Not everyone's going to like it or appreciate it. You have to protect yourself. When you're talking about that self-care that Coach Mo was touching on, you have to be selfish. You have to let people know this is not what I'm going to stand for. And you show them the kindness. You show them the positivity. I would come in and be like, good morning, y'all. How are you doing? Isn't it a great day? And it's like, you can't help but kind of impact some people. And there's some people that are just going to be mad all the time. And those people, I can just pray for them. That's all I can do. I can continue to fill them with kindness, but I don't go out of my way in their area. If I have to work with them, if I have to deal with them, I deal with them on that one specific topic or item, and then I move on. I'm responsible for myself, and I'm going to make sure that I stay positive and I do everything that I can to make other people feel positive when they're around.
Absolutely. That's a great tip. You just have to, like you said, just remove yourself sometimes from the environment or just remove yourself from the person. So I'm going to ask this to Coach Sophia. Do you ever advise your clients to fake it till they make it if they're having a challenging time to be able to get themselves to that positive mindset?
Yes, absolutely. Because a lot of us, even growing up, we said what we wanted to do when we were adults. And for me, I said I wanted to be a lawyer. Although I didn't become a lawyer, I was in debate. So because I was able to just do something along those lines, it made me better. And once you do something, once you pretend to do something, it gives you the momentum to when you can really do it. Just like my son right now, he's at school and he's actually in debate and he's in law. And because I've talked about it so much and so long, that gave him the inclination that he wanted to try it, and he actually loves it. So at first he wasn't really into it. He wasn't really sure. Now he goes out to debate competitions that he does. He does speech competitions, and it's because I said, pretend you're not scared. And I told him the old thing, pretend they're naked. Pretend whatever it is you have to pretend with looking at the audience to give you that incentive to be courageous. Because you know what? If you're faking it, pretty soon you won't be faking it anymore, and you'll be actually doing it.
That is awesome. That's exceptional tips. And Michelle Hayward has joined us, and she is loving all these crowns that you ladies are wearing. Coach Mo, I want to ask you a question. So when you're working with someone, and do you find that when they're having, when they're challenged with that positive mindset, that they turn inward and their eating habits kind of go down, spiral down a little bit, and can cause that whole negative self-awareness to expound? How do you help get them out of that into a more positive mindset when they are to the point where it's turning inward on them?
That's a great question. And a lot of us do that. I go through that myself sometimes, and you have to catch yourself. And really, consistency and journaling are really huge for that. You have to figure out, why are you eating? People say they're an emotional eater. I just like food, and I'll say I'm an emotional eater. I like, are you when I'm happy? Are you when I'm sad? But when you notice that you're eating too much of the stuff you shouldn't be eating, you have to really sit down and just, and how does Julie say? Just do a brain dump. Write down how you feel that that day. Just get it all down, and then try to not get in that mindset the next day. And don't beat yourself up. You slip up some days, and it's okay. It's okay. Things happen, but you have the next day to try again. You can do something different. You can drink more water, just one step at a time. So I just tell them, try one new thing a day, drink more water, maybe walk for 15 minutes. And I like what Michelle said about, being at work. Sometimes you just have to step away and just be like, okay, I'm not going to deal with this today. I'm just going to focus on myself, and I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to prep. I'm going to have a meal prep. I'm going to be ready to go, and you can take on the world,
That makes a really big difference, and a lot of it just has sometimes, as you're saying, what I'm hearing you say is you have to face it head on. You have to sometimes surrender to whatever it is, and know that you can't change it. If it's another person, you can't change them. You didn't cause it.
Right.
So you just have to sometimes just remove yourself from that environment. If it's something you're inflicting upon yourself, then of course you can make those positive changes to redirect it and to give yourself permission to say, I didn't do my best today, but I can do better tomorrow. So I think you all have given such wonderful, sound advice and tips for how we can challenge these negative mindsets, because we definitely want to keep it more positive. So I know that we started late. We were having some technical difficulties tonight. It was not playing nicely with us on our happy birthday for Miss Joanne in the beginning. I'm going to turn it back over to the ladies, and I want you each to just take and give a summary really quick of how individuals can find you, connect with you, if they want to work with you, or how they can follow you. Where can they find you and continue the conversation? Because there may have been something you said that resonated particularly with them, and I want them to be able to continue that conversation with you. So Coach Mo, go ahead.
You can find me all over social media at Coach Mo 411. At CoachMo411.com is my website. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, Facebook, and I just, I like to be people's encourager and motivator, and I can't make you do anything, but I want to be there to support you, on your journey for whatever it is that you're doing.
Thank you. And Michelle?
They can connect with me, of course, on Periscope at Michelle D. Garrett. I have that in my title here. And that actually is my website as well. So if they go to michelledgarrett.com, they'll see all of my social media, email, ways to work with me, and also free resources that I have as well.
Excellent. And Sophia?
I am on both Periscope and Instagram at Coach_Sophia Antoine. And my website is actually sophiaantoine.xyz, the last 3 letters of the alphabet.
Thank you so much. And ladies, if you want to put on your party hat, Coach Mo, if you look over to your left sidebar, you'll see like a little yellow golden square, and if you hover over, it says Google Effects, and it should open to your right, almost like Snapchat. And you can, is it not showing up for you?
I'm on my iPad mini. My laptop wasn't playing nice.
Okay, well, we're going to pretend you have on a birthday party hat so we can say happy birthday one more time to Joanne Pham, our founder of the PeriGirls. And So I hope you're having a fabulous, fabulous day. Ladies, take a moment, say happy birthday if you want, and then we'll close this out.
Birthday!
Happy birthday, Joanne.
Happy birthday, Joanne.
Happy birthday, Joanne.
Awesome. All right, Joanne. Thank you, Evie. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, replay viewers, for jumping in here. Please take the opportunity to connect with these women. They have so much to give, so much to offer, and they know their stuff. It was just kind of hard to get everything that we wanted them to say in just the amount of time we did, but we do not want to hold up our birthday train for Joanne, which is on Periscope. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here, and we're going to sign off. Everyone look at the camera and say hello, say goodbye.
Bye. Thank you, Teresa.